started. So we want to take the ball, and I'm going to have to go get mine somewhere. I'm going to switch the camera here to here, and we're rolling that ball around the hand, loosening up the fascia. I'm going to turn on a light. A little discombobulated this morning because we had some construction going on upstairs. Rolling that ball back and forth, up and down the fingers and across the knuckles. And at the palm beneath the, pad beneath the thumb. And the pad beneath the pinky. And we're going to interlace our fingers and squeeze on the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let go. And squeeze 2, 3, 4, 5, and let go. And one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take the ball and just start rotating it around the body in one direction as fast as you can. And then the other. And then let's start putting it through the legs. And switch directions. And since Jeannie and Ken are new, I'm going to take some time with this. Just stand and assess how your feet feel on the ground. Just take a note of it, a mental note. Feel how your ankles and knees and hips are connected. And just take a note. Drop the ball. And you're going to step on it right in the middle of your foot 3 times from the heel forward. And then go up to the knuckles, underneath the crease of the toe, and step on each as best you can find it. You might get 2 at a time. On each of them once, going across. And then rotate on your heel and slide the ball across the knuckles. Hey, Beth. And then we're going to go down and pivot on the toes and slide the ball across the top of the heel. And then take the ball right underneath that first knuckle and press down. Roll it down a little bit more to the side of the top of the heel and press down. And hold on to something if you need to. A chair or a counter. Move the ball over to the middle of the 5th metatarsal pinky toe and press down. And then roll the ball down each of the bones from the knuckle to the top of the heel. So sort of a modification on the melt foot treatment. And then if you're done with that, just scribble it all around. We're hydrating the connective tissue, the fascia in the foot. And hopefully in 3, 2, 1, when you put that foot down and reassess, it will feel more grounded than the other foot, which we will now bring up to speed by pressing down 3 times in the middle from the heel. And then bring it up to the knuckles. Press down on each knuckle once, going across. And rotate on the heel and slide it across the knuckles. And then bring it to just below the first knuckle and press down to the side of the top of the heel, a little further down and press down. And then over to the middle of the fifth metatarsal. Press down. Roll it down each of the bones. And scrub. And that's 3, 2, 1. Get that ball out of the way so you don't trip on it. Reassess how the feet feel. Hopefully they're both feeling more grounded because we are going to now shake the tree. So just move your arms every which way. This is one of the warm-ups to the National Qigong Association's 5 treasures, which they put together after 9/11 and widely distributed. And just let yourself go, shaking like, I guess like a tree. I've never seen a tree quite shake like this, but what the heck? And 3, 2, 1, and center. 2 deep breaths. And we're going to twist at the waist and swing the arms, gently tapping the back with the back of the hand as you come around. Right above the kidneys there. Below the rib cage. And center, deep breath. Expanding the rib cage all the way up. And exhaling through the mouth. We're going to rub our hands together. This is something that Robert Peng, another Qigong master, does, and we're going to form a Qi ball. Feel the energy between those hands as the ball expands, contracts, and goes wherever it wants to go, and we follow. Shifting weight from one leg to the other. Substantial to substantial, like water flowing. Just follow your instincts. And center. 2 deep breaths. We're going to do some ocean wave breathing. The hands come out as we exhale. Inhale on the way back in, and then they go out a little further. Inhale, exhale. And as you exhale, come up on your toes a little bit, and then back on your heels as you come back in. Reach shoulder height and then start coming down. And center. Take the fingers and the thumb and place it at the base of the spine. Step out about 45 degrees with one foot on the same side that you put your hand behind your back. And gather in starlight, the lower dantian, about 2 inches below the navel, the heart. the throat, the forehead, or third eye, and the crown. 3 times around the crown. And then back down, forehead, third eye, throat, center of communications, heart, center of everything. Lower down to the end, center of our gravity, sense of balance. Center, other hand behind the back with fingers and thumb together at the base of the spine. And again, we gather in starlight. And center, 2 deep breaths. We're going to march in place or jog. What's comfortable for you. In about, with about 21 seconds left of this 1 minute, I'm going to go all out. I think today we're gonna go back to basics today. So I'll do a sprint. But you don't have to. You can pick it up a little or not at all. Whatever you do, be safe. Just getting the heart rate going a little bit. Want to be safe. So I'm going to start the sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21. 2 deep breaths. Interlace the fingers. Bring them up over the head. Reach for the sky. And if you can, do a back extension. Recenter. And bend to one side. And then the other. Come back to center and come down. Pulse at the chest and press out. Come down. Interlace the hands behind the back. And come up. A little bit more. Back down. Just rotate the neck in one direction. And then the other direction. And we'll nod. And go ear to shoulder on both sides. Look over one shoulder. And then look over the other. Look up. And down. Onto the side, shrug. Up and down. And then roll the shoulders back. And forward. Extend the arms and rotate. And then in the other direction. Stop and put your thumbs up and then down and up and down, up and down and down, up and down, up and down. Bring the arms in. Cross your body just below the neck and press in on the elbow. And then the other. I like to take this time to also balance a little bit. You can come up on one leg, or you can just shift the weight and leave the other foot on the ground, but most of the weight in one leg. Whatever you feel comfortable with, whatever feels secure and safe. And then the other arm behind the back, pressing down on the elbow. Let's spread the legs and do a side lunge to stretch the inner thigh, the adductor muscles, adductors. We'll go the other way. Come back, and front leg is in a 90-degree position. Back leg is extended straight back, and you're pressing the heel into the ground to stretch the calf. And then we'll turn around and get the other calf. And come back, feet about hip width apart. Put one out in front of the other and lean, hinging at the waist. Your other knee is slightly bent, the one that is not extended forward. And you're stretching the hamstring of that leg that's forward. Keep your spine as neutral as you can. Meaning straight. Bring that foot back in, put the other foot out. Hinge at the waist. Lean forward. And come back up. And let's grab a stick. We'll start by rolling out in front of us. And then reverse the roll, bring it in. And then go laterally in front in one direction. And then the other. Bring it up to the chest and punch out. And then flop the wrists. Switch the position of the wrist so the palm is up and flop. And then do some curls. Put the stick behind the back in the crook of the elbows and twist at the waist. Keep twisting, or if you can do a back extension, you can lean back and come forward. And then tuck in your chin and peck out like a pigeon. In and out, in and out. Bring the stick back in front. Hold on to it with the palms facing down and flip-flop. Stop. Step out about 45 degrees and we're going to lunge up. Only go out as far as you feel comfortable. Come back. Step out. Lunge up. Do that 5 times. 3, 4, 5, and then the other direction. Let's bring the stick in front of us. And we're going to step up on our toes, holding on to the stick for balance, or a table or a chair or a wall, and then back on the heels. We'll do 15 of these, holding for about a second on the toes and then the heels. Five. I think this is the one thing that I have never neglected to do in the 10 months we've been doing this. So important to get the muscles of the feet in shape for keeping our balance. And they're often overlooked. 12, I think. 13, 14, and 15. All right, let's put the stick down. I'm going to go back to basics today. I see Don, you're here. Well, tomorrow, Don, we'll do knees. We're going to do knees tomorrow. But back to basics, push-ups, planks, squats, and some bridges. So push-up, you can start by just leaning against the wall at an angle and coming in and pushing back out. Just keep your core engaged, and that's perfectly good way to start. Next progression would be on the floor on your knees and come down and up, keeping your back straight. Your palms are underneath your shoulder. And of course, a regular push-up would be toes. So let's do 10, however you choose to do it. And you know, you can start, say, with on your knees and then go to the wall to finish. Or after 4 or 5, you can say that's it for now. All right, let's get on our backs. Hands are by the side. Soles of the feet are on the floor. I'm going to come up into a bridge. I'm going to do 10. And on the 10th, we're going to hold. And I'll count down to 0. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Excellent. We're going to roll over again, and we're going to do a plank. Now you can do this 3 ways. You can do it against the wall, just like you did with push-up. Just go out at about a 45-degree angle, press against the wall, engage your core as if you're about to get punched. Another progression, just do it on your knees. Third, do it on your forearms with your elbows underneath your shoulders. And finally, you're up on your palms underneath your shoulders. Let's do this for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And down. We'll do a side plank. You can do this against the wall, same way, leaning with your elbow against the wall. Second progression, you've got your knees bent. And you come up on your knees. And finally, you're out on your toes. Let's do it for 15 again. 2. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and down. Other side. And up. Of course, you can progress it again by bringing your arm up, as we did the other day. 7, 8, 13, 14, 15. Important thing is to be straight on your upper body. Don't be sagging down or hunched up. And finally, let's get up. And we're going to do some squats. Basic squat is just getting up and down from a chair. Sit down, get up. Sit down, get up. You can progress it by going a little bit quicker on the chair. You do without a chair. You don't have to go far down as a chair. That's as far as you feel comfortable. That's fine. It'll get better. And I think I'll switch the camera. We're going to do, let's do 12 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So, some basic exercises, but they're really good, particularly for the core. which is the boss of everything. And you can modify them and progress as you go along. All right, let's recover with a couple of deep breaths. And open our hearts. Again, this is one of the 5 treasures of the National Qigong Association. You're inhaling on the way in here, and exhaling on the way out. Going forward a little bit on your toes as you go out. Rocking back on your heels as you come in. And hold. On that inhale, and then exhale, and send that energy out. Centering, 2 breaths. And we're going to bring down heavenly chi. Going up, down to the lower dantian. Exhaling on the way out, inhaling on the way back down. Going up on our toes and back down on the way back down. And now we're going to go right past the lower dantian down to the bottom of the floor and pick up earth chi. Up to the heart. And on this last one, we're going to exclaim with our hands raising to the air a joyous ah! An affirmation of life, as Chung Liang Al Wang, another Qigong master, always does. Hey, Suzanne. So that's that. Hope you enjoyed the first part of the class, Jeannie and Ken. And I'm going to do the 5 Tibetans, which is the staple after class exercise. We've added to that over time, but it is a 5 Tibetans day. So any comments, questions, thoughts, or anything else? Okay, start with, you can do this in 2 ways. Let me just move that camera down. You can just twist at the waist and hit the upper arm, the shoulder, or you're spinning. We're going to do up to 11. Stop when you feel dizzy. And stop, and then center and take 2 deep breaths. And I'm going to switch the camera again because we're going to get down on the floor. And we'll start in the regular modified position. You have the soles of your feet on the floor. Your hands are by your side with the fingers facing forward and the palms down. And the basic second Tibetan is to raise the head, neck, and shoulders and the soles off the floor at the same time and come right back down. If you need support in the lumbar region, put your hands underneath your spine on the lower back. If you need support up at your neck, head, and shoulders, you can put them back there. In the regular version of the 5 Tibetans, your legs are extended as you come up off the floor, and you come up like so. We're going to do up to 11. I'm going to do 6 modified and 5 of the regular. Starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, and 11. Relax, take 2 deep breaths. And we come up, and we're going to go on our knees. Hands are on the back of the thighs or on the glutes. Back of the thighs are preferable. If you have back problems, you might just want to rock back up from your knee and forward. But if you can do a back extension, do so and come forward. 1, 2, 3. As with all of these, today we're going to do up to 11. Seven, 9, 10, and 1 more. 2 deep breaths. And we'll turn around and sit down. In the modified version, the feet are on the floor. In the unmodified version, they're extended. So let's start with the feet on the floor. Hands by the side of the hips with the fingers facing forward, palms down. If you find it easier, though, you might want to put them behind your back, as some do, and face the fingers away from your body. In either case, coming up into a table and back down. Up to 11. 1, 2, 7, 10, and 11. 2 deep breaths. In the final Tibetan, coming around on all fours, and you're going to come up into an up dog on your knees in the modified version. In the unmodified version, you start at a down dog and come up. I'll do 6 and 5, starting now. And 11. And we'll come around, sit down, cross our legs, take a couple of nice breaths. Cross your leg however you feel comfortable. One leg in front of the other, or you put them on top, whatever you feel feels good and comfortable. What we're going to do is rotations, 6 in one direction, either sitting up or as I will do, bending over, and then we'll do 5 in the other. And then we're going to switch positions of the legs, but first things first, as we say in New York. 1, 2, 3. And then reverse. 5. So we've got the 11 in. Now we're going to switch the position of the legs. If you got one leg in front of the other, put that behind. If one leg is on top of the other, put the other one on top. And we're going to go 5 in the original direction and then 6 in reverse. And we're going to pause between the 10th and the 11th to stretch out in front. Show you when we get there. 4, 5. I'm reversing direction. 5. And so now I'm stretching out on that last one, breathing in deep, hands out as far as it will go, head down as far as it'll go. Breathing into it. One more time. And then over to the left full knee. Stretch your hands out. 2 breaths. And then to the right knee. And come up. Something on. And that is that.
Tom, that was wonderful.
Good, Al.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay, you're welcome, Mira.
Thanks, Tom.
Jonathan, take care.
Thank
you, Tom.
Hey, Richard, you're very welcome.
That was
Jeannie,
great.
Ken, good to see you.
Yeah, no, that was great. What a way to start the day. Thank you.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, really.
Someone's at the back door. Okay.
Take
All
care,
right,
Steve.
I'm gonna run. Take care,
Love
man.
y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye. Ava.